Caravan man here, and we're still in Broken Hill. We've had Christmas, we've had New Year's. Jacqui has done a month of work here at the local hospital in Broken Hill, and as for me, well, I have been super busy. So it's time to play catch up. After camping in the beautiful living desert for a week, you might remember that Jacqui and I headed into Broken Hill. It's only 10 kilometres away, where we made the Broken Hill racecourse our home for a week, before heading over to Silverton for a week filled with fun and excitement. And after that week, we then headed back to the Broken Hill racecourse, where Jacqui and I have been living for the past month. So now, my fellow travellers, we are all caught up.
G'day everyone,
and welcome to Broken Hill,
Australia's first listed heritage city.
a world where the past, present and future meet, where creativity, expression and innovation are celebrated, where a rich and fascinating history is cherished, and where new adventures lie around every bend in the road. Because Broken Hill is an oasis in the heart of the ruggedly beautiful Australian outback. It's a place where you can catch your breath after a long day of trekking through the desert, and then lose it again while watching yet another spectacular sunset. It's a place where art thrives. In fact, I'd go as far as saying it's the art capital of the Outback. Which is why I've been inspired to paint again, because it's so easy to be captivated by the picturesque landscapes and quirky larrikins that live here. Hey everyone, this is my latest artwork. It's an all-on canvas. It's called Jaguar Under the Sun, the Living Desert, Broken Hill. Silverton Hotel, Silverton. G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here with my latest and final painting of the year. It's an oil-on canvas called Monumental. Merry Christmas and happy travels everyone! Jacqui and I spent Christmas in Mildura, and we welcomed in the new year with dinner and dance at the Musos Club in Broken Hill. Well, you might be wondering, what do I get up to whilst Jacqui's working in the hospital for a month? Well, I've never been so busy in all my life. Not only did I put this fly screen in to keep the flies out, but remember all the dramas we had with our grey water tank and the smell we were putting stuff down the sink? Well, let me show you this. I installed an S-bend under our sink. And now that I've done that, there's no more problems. It smells like roses. But that's not all. Remember the dust we were getting in all our lower cupboards? Well, I siliconed every joint and every hole in there. But that's not all. Remember when our toolbox tray broke at Wilcannia? I even fixed that, and it's all siliconed and waterproof. Now I know what you're all wondering, how did I get anything else done whilst doing all that hard work during our month living at the Broken Hill racecourse? Well, it might come as a surprise, but Jacqui and I managed to see all the sights that Broken Hill has to offer, plus we even made a lot of new friends, like Swervin, Mervyn and Brenda, who cooked us a beautiful Indian meal one night. And our neighbours for a week, Pat and Dave, who suggested all the places we should visit because they had lived in Broken Hill. And we can't forget our new besties. Yes, I'm talking about Bev the mother hen and Jim the genius. They're actually the new caretakers at the Broken Hill Racecourse Campground, and they'll certainly look after you and make you feel at home. But don't think you'll get any of Bev's famous cheesecake. Only I get that because I'm Bev's favourite.
For the last 5 weeks, I've been working hard, whilst Wayne has been hardly working. However, we did manage to see most of the sights of Broken Hill, and I must say I have fallen in love with the place.
It's not often you can literally see the heart and soul of a city, but that's exactly the case here in Broken Hill. The beating heart of this place has always been mining, from the day that Broken Hill Proprietary, BHP, was founded. It has shaped almost every aspect of the city since, and more importantly, financed New South Wales. The state certainly owes a lot to Broken Hill because many men lost their lives here. One of the first things that Jacqui and I did when we arrived in Broken Hill was to visit the historic cemetery because we love the dead centre of town. This cemetery started at the beginning of settlement in 1886, and after the typhoid epidemic of 1888, which claimed 123 lives, it was moved to its current location. Some of the more interesting graves are the Sisters of Mercy, a group of striking graves with black crosses set on marble plinths. Gunny Khan died aged 50 years, and the tombstone was erected by Dost Muhammad, and he was part of the Burke and Wills expedition. So how amazing is that? We're connecting the dots as we travel through all these beautiful country towns. Here's another grave we just stumbled upon. The mother of the famous Ian Idris. He has written some fantastic books, and I've read a lot of them. But out of all the graves here in the Broken Hill Cemetery, my favourite was fellow artist Pro Hart. He's Pro Hart's. Here's Pro Hart's grave. Yeah, you gotta love that. Hey? And when you find yourself in Broken Hill, the artistic soul of the Outback, you must visit Pro Hart's gallery. Kevin Charles Hart was born in Broken Hill, and he worked in the very mine that the city was founded on. He was discovered by a gallery owner from Adelaide in 1962, and his work steadily evolved from there. Pro was awarded an MBE in 1976, honorary life membership of the Société Internationale Artistique in 1982, and in 1983 was made Australian Citizen of the Year. Both my favourites. The pace of life here in Broken Hill, the Silver City, is laid back and relaxing, and after all my hard work, I still found time to go bike riding whilst Jacqui was at work. I found a fantastic 15-kilometre loop that I could ride every day, and amazingly, I didn't fall off once. One of the only mishaps we encountered whilst in Broken Hill was when wife Jacqui filled our 2 water containers up and left them on the tailgate of the ramp. By the time we arrived in town to go shopping, our 2 jerry cans were no longer with us. So remember, boys and girls, to always make sure your tailgate is closed. We've just pulled up at the 4-wheel drive super centre. What are we here for, Jacqui?
We're here to get some water cans. Two water cans.
Water jerry cans. We already had 2. What happened to them, Jacqui?
They fell off the back of the ute.
Now, if you like Jacqui and I and you love our Australian military history, make sure you pop into the RSL sub-branch in Broken Hill, because they have a fantastic museum filled with memorabilia. And apparently they have some very rare items that even the Australian War Memorial are trying to get their hands on, but they will not part with them, and nor should they. There was never a dull moment here at the Broken Hill Racecourse, where we experienced a lot of rain. However, it was certainly welcome, because the weather here is hot and dry, and it's not unusual for days to hit the mid-40s. Thank goodness we have an air conditioner. Now, when you find yourself in Broken Hill, one of the must-see attractions is the Railway and Historical Museum. One adult and one child.
This is Beryl.
Hello, Beryl. And then I said,
This Beryl cross was discovered and mined by Mrs. Tess Alfonsi at the Triple Chance mine and held a place in her collection.
Tickets, please. Thank you. The Sulphide Street Railway and Historical Museum is dedicated to preserving the railway history of Broken Hill, offering visitors an opportunity to experience the golden age of rail travel. This museum features a collection of restored steam and diesel locomotives, rail cars and other railway artefacts that have been carefully curated and maintained to provide visitors with an authentic and interactive experience. We got to climb aboard the restored trains and explore the cabins. The museum also offers a deep dive into multiple fascinating areas of Broken Hill's history, with exhibits including the Broken Hill Migrant Museum, the Hospital Museum.
No, I wouldn't worry about being bald, it suits you.
Other exhibits include the Ron Carter Transport Pavilion, the Tess Alfonsi Mineral Collection, which was absolutely amazing, and the fantastic John's Brothers Joyland Fun Fair. Another interesting fact about Broken Hill is the 1915 picnic train attack.
We've arrived at the ambush site.
On the 1st of January 1915, 4 Broken Hill citizens were shot and killed by 2 men carrying a Turkish flag who had their guns and ammunition stored in an ice cream cart. This was the only act of war resulting in casualties on Australian soil during World War I.
Well, that's the ambush site, and the 2 Turks were killed at White Rocks, so we're heading to White Rocks.
About 3 kilometres away you'll find White Rocks. This is the place the 2 Afghans made their last stand and were finally shot dead. What a fascinating place Broken Hill is, and the longer Jacqui and I stayed, the more it had to offer. No wonder it was declared Australia's first heritage listed city in 2015, because Broken Hill's physical and natural charm is absolutely wonderful. It's a welcome oasis in the heart of the ruggedly beautiful Australian outback. It's the kind of place you can sit back and relax in because it just feels like home. Well, our time living out at the Broken Hill Racecourse was sadly coming to an end. But Jacqui and I still found time to stroll around the city on the Broken Hill Information Centre tour. This is a fun way to see and hear about the history of Broken Hill. It's the beating heart of industry, culture and art in Australia's Red Centre, with a rich mining and union history that has shaped this city and the state. And you know how I love our beautiful Australian war memorials? Well, Broken Hill does not disappoint. This bronze statue of an Australian First World War soldier in battle-worn uniform preparing to throw a Mills bomb is absolutely beautiful. It was now time for us to leave the Broken Hill Racecourse, and although Jacqui and I were excited for new adventures, I couldn't help but feel sadness for Jim and Bev. We had done so much together, and now we were leaving a giant void in their hearts that I don't know how they were ever going to fill again. But like ripping off a band-aid, it just had to be done, so we left.
They're going. Oh,
see you, Wayne. Bye, Jacqui.
See you,
no, actually, they've
bye.
gone. Isn't that great? They've gone.
Thank goodness.
And it's time to give Broken Hill a score. It's a big 5 out of 5 from me. Actually, I'm giving it 6 out of 5, only because we had such a wonderful time with our new friends Jim and Bev, who gave me loads of ice cream and cheesecake. What about you, Jacqui?
I'm getting bitten by something in the water. I've got a fish nibbling on me, but apart from that, I worked for 5 weeks while I was in Broken Hill.
I worked as well. I did a lot of work on the Caravan.
And as I said, I worked for 5 weeks while I was in Broken Hill. But despite that, I absolutely had a fantastic time. I really love it. It's got a lot to offer. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. So until next time, take care and happy travels, everyone.
See ya.
See ya.